Mic check 1 2 3 1 2 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you live to this Sunday night matchup here in the NFC East between the 7-7 Philadelphia Eagles and the 5-8-1 New York Giants. A huge 3-game stretch for the Eagles, and it's much needed wins for every last game. You get the Giants today. You get the Patriots next week, who are coming off of a humiliating loss, and they're trying to clinch a playoff spot for themselves as well as the Commanders, who are just about dead in the water. Their season's hanging on by a thread at 6-9. The Philadelphia Eagles hanging on tight in the 6th seed at the moment at a 7-7 record. The Rams also tied at 7-7. It's a three-way tie all the way down, with 7-7s all the way down to the 8th seed. So it's a much-needed win for the Eagles, and with a win, they actually get the division spot against Dallas. They did beat Dallas earlier this season. If I do remember, it was a sweep. And for the Giants, there was a lot of hope for them going into this season, and they've just kind of disappointed all around. But without further ado, we'll jump on into this matchup here. This MFL matchup brought to you by W Energy. The Eagles started out very slow. They have gotten hot as of late. This one booted away. It'll be taken at the 5-yard line, and we're underway from Lincoln Financial. To the right, and it'll be taken at the 28. In here comes the runner-up last year in rushing yards, Jalen Hurts. Well, in terms of quarterback yardage, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 2,700 yards. He's had a very consistent year. It started out kind of sluggish, but it was more the defense that kind of let them down more than anything. Jalen Hurts just kind of slow to start out the year. Rolling out, Hurts, throw downfield. That went over to Dallas Goedert. Or no, that's Bob the fourth. Picks up 4, and it'll be a 2nd and 6. In shotgun formation here once again, dropping back, dumps it off, and there's Dallas Goedert, still on his feet, and picks up the first down at the 41. Shrugs it off like it's no big deal, a reliable tight end here in the MFL. Looking, rolling, pressure coming, and Micah Parsons gets there with a sack. His favorite thing, no matter the team in the NFC East, it's sacking Jalen Hurts, and he does it once again. It'll be a loss of 10, and it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun formation. Dropping back, throw, and there it goes. And he turns a 2nd and 20 into a 3rd and 5, 29 yards. That one once again over to Dallas Goedert. And when in doubt, he's going to be looking for number 88. He's in the slot once again. And throw, that one complete to his receiving back. Picks up a 1st and 10 at the 43. Saquon Barkley gets his day off right. in shotgun formation into Giants territory. Throw, and yes sir, picks up a gain of 7. Xavier Worthy, his first catch today, 6 receptions, 75 yards, and a touchdown last week in their win. And starting off pretty well. And for the Cowboys fans, you're definitely looking for a Giants win or a tie. Either one really works, but just cannot see the Eagles winning. And picks up a first down, yes sir. 50 yards for Jalen Hurts to start out the day. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd reception. Shotgun formation, looking, throw, that one is complete, and another 1st and 10. Oh, and Mayada is down and injured. We'll hope he's all right. He's heading back to the locker room, so he's not going to be coming back. A huge blow to this talented offensive line for Philly. X Factor on for Jalen Hurts. We'll see if he uses it. Throw downfield, that one complete. Churns his legs and gonna be short at the 2. Xavier Worthy, his 2nd reception today. How about that? Shotgun formation. Dropping back, throw, and in for 6. Touchdown Eagles. Xavier Worthy's 3rd reception today, a touchdown. And they start off their day great with an opening drive touchdown, poised in the pocket. Jalen Hurts, perfect to start out the day. About as great a drive as you can have it. The only thing that you wish that they could do was get Saquon started a little bit in the backfield. They did not. There wasn't a single rushing attempt. 10 plays, all of them passing, 73 yards in 4 minutes and 7 seconds of time. This one booted away. And stiff arm, and this is where the Giants and Paul Braven will come out for their opening drive. You take a look, 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 2,500 yards, but he didn't start half the year. And a handoff to the right side, up the middle. Dawkins comes in hard with a hit. Shown and pounded, the man traded from the Bengals a season ago in the offseason. Shotgun formation. Looking, throwing it downfield, and into Eagles territory at the 49. Malik Neighbors, the sophomore, churns it upfield. Shotgun formation. And tries to get something going, only gets 4. 2nd and 6. 7 yards rushing for him to get it started. Throw, that one is complete. Gets 6 exactly. Going to be short from the line to gain though. 3rd and inches at the 40. Decision time. They don't have the best kicker. We'll see what they do if they don't get it. In an I formation, play action pass, looking for an open man. They're going to dump it off. Has the... Yes, sir. They'll give him the first down. They'll mark it. Move the chains. Under center. To the right. And turns his leg for 8 yards. 3 rushes, 15 yards. Averaging 5 yards a carry. That's a good start for Shonen. under center. That one a jet sweep fake. That one over to Shonen again. This time he picks up a first 10-10 at the 27, inching closer to that end zone. Likely the last play of the first quarter here. Looking, throw to the right side, and turns his legs up, 10, 5, in for 6, touchdown Giants. Malik Neighbors ties it up. Had him on the crossing route, just beat out in the zone coverage, or I believe that's 2-3 coverage. I have no clue. I don't know his defensive coverages. Nonetheless, he beat him. So with 8 seconds left, we have a tie ball game. Kick is up and good. 8 plays, 73 yards, 3 minutes and 38 seconds of time. Both teams have had it. Both teams have scored. And we are tied going into the second quarter. And there's a hole up the middle, and a decent return to the 34. And so with a second left, shotgun formation. Hart's looking, he's going to dump it off to the right side. Oh, made a man miss, what a move! Picks up 5, and that's where we end the first quarter. 7-7 after 1. The Eagles doing great so far. It's an offensive bout to begin. So under center, the Eagles had a lot of rest there in that defensive series, and he picks up, no, they're gonna mark him short, really? So it'll be a 3rd and inches at the 44 for the Eagles. Shotgun formation. Xavier Worthy motions back over to the right side, dumps it off. It's going to be a screen, and he is met behind the line, loses one. 4th and 1, a 3-and-out for the Eagles. And a little jawing back and forth from former teammates. Ooh, and wonky snap there. And fair caught at the 12. So we'll see what the Giants can do. They have a chance to pull out front. Look at the QB rushing touchdown leaders. Paul Braven at 7. Corbin Fitzroy untouchable with 16 with 3 weeks to go. Throw and picks up 5. To the left and only picks up 1. 5 rushes, 20 yards. Still averaging 4 yards per carry, which is efficient, but he's teetering on that line. Shotgun formation. Play action pass, looking, throwing it downfield. Malik Neighbors. 1st and 10 at the 47. 81 yards for him. Number 1, proving why he's number 1. And credit Braven for seeing the coverage break down there in the backfield. In the upper secondary. This Eagles defensive presence has been gutted since a season ago. To the right side, got a screen pass, picks up 8, 2nd down. Shotgun formation on a 2nd and 2. And Shonen gets 2. Going to be short of the line to gain, though. 3rd and inches. Shotgun formation. Shonen got it to the right side. Stiff arm still on his feet. And Dawkins brings him down. 1st and 10 at the 39. .405 to play. Now 3:53. Dropping back. Throw and wide open to the left side. Inside of the red zone at the 15. Tank Dell, the man traded from the Texans. And you wonder, with a team as stacked as they are, why they are sitting at 5-8-1. It's just been offensive ineptitude from them all season long. Shotgun formation. Play action pass, Shonen. Picks up 1, 2nd and 9. .245. Oh, quick throw. Almost intercepted. He read it like a book. 3rd and 9. He won't do that mistake again. Throw in for 6. Touchdown, Giants. Tank Dell puts this one in this time. And they take the lead after forcing a 3 and out. Kick is up and good. 14-7, 10 plays, 87 yards, 4 minutes and 13 seconds of time ran. So the Giants 2 for 2 on drives. Kick is away. Taken at the 5-yard line. To the left, and they will settle at the 34. You look at Xavier Worthy, 62 receptions, 764 yards for the season. Under center here on their 3rd drive of the first half. To the left, Barkley, nothing. 2nd and 11 now. Another shotgun formation. And he is swallowed up. The blitz was there. Where's the offensive line? And it'll lose 5, 3rd and 16, and we reach the 2-minute warning. And a timeout from the Giants. What? Looking, rolling, gonna take another sack. Yes, he does. A loss of 8. And another 3 and out for the Eagles. Jamin Davis. And unbelievable. They'll punt it away. Taken to the left side, and 1st and 10 at the 41. So they're trying to make it a 21-7 ball game. Looking for an open man. Throw to the right side and picks up a gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Dropping back, throw, that one is complete. And inside of Eagles territory at the 43. Shotgun formation rolling out, sidearm throw, crossbody, and he will pick up about 5. Second down. 30 seconds. Looking, throw, that one is complete again. And this time, they'll probably kick a field goal here. They're not? Okay, all right. So with 14 seconds, they're going to run a play and no timeouts. Looking, rolling, gonna take a sack. Yes, he does. And that's where we end the first half, 14-7. Josh Sweat ends this half on an exclamation point for the Eagles. And the Giants get the ball back when we return. And now a word for our sponsor, W Energy. Couple of fast facts on their product: zero sugar, maltodextrin filler, all artificial colors or dyes, secret formulas, hidden ingredients, and it's gluten-free. Their flavors are all unique and customly made by them. Their drink comes out to about $1 per drink or less, and it's much cheaper than any other canned drink or any other energy drink alternative. And it's locally sourced here in the U.S. And if you use my code MNS, you get 10% off your purchase of a tub of W Energy, and I get 10% off, 10% commission. So if you want to help me out, help the stream out, help any way that you can, by all means use that. And we'll be back here for the second half. So here we go, second half action, ready to go. And it'll be taken at the 2-yard line to the left side, and it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 35. So Paul Braven, he's had a good game. We're in very little rush to get things going in towards that last drive in the first half, but other than that, I mean, shotgun formation. And screen pass to the right side, and quickly swallowed up, picks up 2. To the left side, and nothing doing, 3rd and 8. Defense starting to pin their ears back a little bit. Giants have had 4 third down conversions. We'll see if they have 5. Looking. Ball's out. Scoop and score for the Eagles. No, he'll be brought down at the 16. But the Eagles in great possession to finally tie this game up. A strip sack for the Eagles defense. Knees not down. He just completely lost the football, and it was scooped up. So you take a look at Jalen Hurts. He's been on the ground a lot. He's taken 4 sacks up to this point. I formation under center. To the left, Saquon. Nothing doing. 2nd and 10. Looking, rolling. Oh, hit as he throws. That one is complete. Picks up a gain of 8. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun formation. Looking. End zone. 4-6. Touchdown Eagles. Nico Collins ties this game up for Philly. And they're starting to realize, hey, we want this division. We want to win this division. We're not okay with spending the rest of the playoffs on the road. We want home field advantage at least once. Kick is up and good. 14-14. 3 plays, 15 yards, 1 minute and 4 seconds of time. And towards the middle, picks up 1st and 10 at the 30. Shotgun formation. Looking, throw, that one is complete. Picks up a 1st and 10 at the 42. First and 10 at the 42. Dropping back, rolling, throw. That one is complete. Malik Neighbors, there he is again. 5 catches today for 91 yards. 1st and 10 at the 48. Throw on the move. How about that? And stiff arm, but he's going to be marked short. Gain of 9. 6 catches, 100 yards. Throw downfield. What a grab. Malik Neighbors. Can you believe that? 28 yards. And they're inside the red zone. And up the middle, 2nd and 8. And, oh, dangerous pass, 3rd and 8. Shotgun formation. And change the plate. No one's covering the. Yeah, wide open. In for 6. Touchdown, Giants. What the hell? I mean, what were they thinking there? Yeah, the boos rained down. There was no one covering him. To the right and still on his feet. He'll be placed at the 35, 1st and 10. One target, 1 reception, 7 yards, 1 touchdown. You think they'd go to him here. They've got 84 yards total. Saquon has gotten the ball 1 time. At least rushing wise. To the right, still on his feet. Shades a tackle, still on his feet, into Giants territory at the 33. Dallas Goedert is a weapon. He wants to be the only Dallas that wins that NFC East division. Shotgun formation. Looking. Throw. Oh, bobbled. Incomplete. Hard contact. That was dangerous pass. 2nd and 10. Under center. To the right. Saquon picks up 3. 3rd and 7. They're in field goal range, so they don't have to force too much. Dropping back, we're looking, throw, wide open to the right side. Xavier Worthy, 1st and goal at the 6. Oh, and this crowd's getting into it now. This crowd's getting raunchy. A chance to tie it right back up. They're going to change the play at the line. Saquon Barkley might get a... Nope. Throw. Dangerous pass. Incomplete. 2nd and goal. Looking, throw, and quickly swallowed up. 3rd and goal at the 6. Looking, there goes Jalen Hurts. Oh, up the middle. They're going to mark him short. 4th and goal at the 1 for the Eagles. Obviously, they're going to try and go for it here. Decision time. Oh, no, they're just going to kick the field goal. Smart move. Jake Elliott, automatic. And it is a 17-21 ball game now. It's been a long 3rd quarter. And still on his feet. And that will end the 3rd quarter. 17-21 after 3. 8 minutes in regulation to play. 4-point ball game. Under center. No interceptions up to this point. They had the fumble for either team. Look at the rushing offense. They got 30 yards and they are top 6 in the league, so this is a bit of a surprise for them. Throw. There's a 1st and 10 at the 39. Who else but number 1 there for NYG? Under center. Play action pass. Throw. And holds on after the contact, a gain of 2. To the left, and this time nothing. 3rd and 8. The Giants might be starting to stall a little bit. And there's a 1st and 10 at the 45. There it goes. Under center. To the middle. There he goes. Loose. Upfield. 1st and 10 at the 26. Under center. To the left. Picks up another 1st down at the 12. And this is a gut punch. If you're the Eagles offense, you had some momentum coming in. And it'll be a 1st and goal at the 1. And he is in for 6. It is a 10-point ball game now. And make it 11. Not impossible. They need to get a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion and then a field goal just to tie it up. But if they can score under the before the 2-minute warning, they are in business because they do have 3 timeouts. But it's got to be now. And if you have somebody like Xavier Worthy on the outside, I'd take a deep ball. It might be Xavier Worthy on the outside. Nope. It's got to be go time. Yup, no huddle. They got to go. Dumps it off. Quick throw and still short behind the sticks. 3rd and 2. No huddle. Looking. There it goes. Oh, was there an injury? There was an injury. Shotgun formation. And batted away. 2nd and 10 at the 40. Throw. That one is complete. And they have the 1st down. It's got to be go time still. No huddle. Throw. And picks it up. And another 1st and 10. 19, 18, 17. They've got to do it. Looking, throw. That one is complete, out of bounds. 2nd and 2. And that one complete, and we reach the 2-minute warning. They don't have to do an onside attempt, but they definitely have to get a 3 and out. Looking, throw. That one is complete. Sheds a tackle and gets a 1st down. Timeout Eagles. Ooh, you hate to burn one there. Oh, there's Dallas Goddard up the middle, and got to be go time. Looking, rolling, scanning, and we'll take it down. Less than a minute to play. Rolling, flag down. Pass interference. Yeah. Pass interference. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 1. I mean, it was already, but it was They definitely stopped a 3rd and goal at the 1. Saquon's going to punch this one in. No. Throw. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Philly. So it is a 5-point game with less than a minute to play. And they got to go for it. They are going to go for it. Shotgun formation here. Looking, rolling, and he's got the 2-point conversion. So here we go. They burned a lot of time just to get that touchdown. Here goes the onside attempt, number 1. We'll see what they got. And it's scooped up by the Giants. And they don't, there's not going to be enough time. There's definitely not enough time now. 1st and 10, that's going to do it. So the Eagles get upset by the Giants. Timeout, obviously, but they don't have to run another play. The boos begin to rain down. (25-28) your final score from Lincoln Financial Field. We'll take a look at the standings after this loss. Take a look at the player stats. It just felt like Jalen Hurts just didn't do enough. 23 for 25 for Paul Braven, 260 yards. 29 for 32 for 241 yards. Both of them threw 3 touchdowns. But that one factor, Saquon Barkley got 3 touches in the backfield. That is unacceptable with a running back as elusive and as dangerous as he is in the backfield. To only get 3 touches for 2 yards, it's inexcusable. Malik Neighbors also a huge X factor in this game. 134 yards on 8 receptions for a touchdown, 36 yards after the catch. So you take a look at the standings now after they lose. They fall down to the 10 seed at 7 and 8. The Los Angeles Rams sneak up to the 6th seed. The Buccaneers slip up to the 7th seed. And that 5 seed is all but locked up at 8-6-1 for the 49ers. We've got one more game, no commentary though. It's a little late. We're gonna go no commentary on that game. We'll hold still here.
It's week 16 of the 2025 season, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Buccaneers and the Rams, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 9 now. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You talk about this Rams defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8. The Bucs at 500, 7-7 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On target over the middle to Hill, and they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run the draw with Irving. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now Lawrence. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Rams offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry here for the running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Short throw, it's Higbee. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Short throw, it's Higbee. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man right side, Myers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Buccaneers offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Godwin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. This offense set to begin another drive. There's Tyler Higbee, the tight end, helping to lead him out. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
2nd down and inches. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. 3 points there at the end of the half, and I think you'll take that, right?
No doubt. That shaves off a little bit of the lead right before the half. Kind of like my barber shaving off a little on the top.
And we're going to have a good second half. You look at the score right now. Got a close one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And this will be incomplete. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. 16-7, your final score. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Max Duggan leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down at a yard. Now Lawrence. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he stays up. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. In motion, the tight end. It's a throw again is Lawrence. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Cup. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4. And now it's 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jacoby Myers from 3 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A first down carry for Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Second and long. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So now the Bucs down 15-14. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Here's Lawrence. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Henry up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
On for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it. from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Gets this to Myers. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw. That is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what...
This is caught inside the 15. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And his kick is indeed good, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
That's caught by Diggs. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Rams, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on the Cardinals' creative quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. They'll run with their jack-of-all-trades. It's Deebo Samuel. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A give up the middle with Benson. Ventrell Miller, the one to bring him down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well, to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw here. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Going for it. Here's Benson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cards' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw again. He targets Ingram for another grab. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
33-yard line.
Second and 2. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw again. Now a short one to Gesicki. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Higgins goes in motion right. 2nd and 3. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Open man here is Benson. So no gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run over center with Benson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. 2nd and 5. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Here's a give to Samuel. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. 16-7, your final score. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Max Duggan leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. The former Florida State man, Trey Benson, had it going in the first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll set up to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the give, it's Benson. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Taking it about the 16. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a pickup of 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw here. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. Thomas, the man in motion left. 2nd and 4. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jeff Okudah right there to break it up. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football going back over to Arizona now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
McPherson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jaguars.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. In motion, the tight end. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Back to throw again. Thomas has got it, complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll look to throw here on first down. A short throw to Ingram. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Fighting to stay upright. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Second down and 8. Back to throw here. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. In motion right is Thomas. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A handoff here to Benson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. He hits more. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Cards, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.